Nope, I won't do it.
What the was that? Hi!
I thought
Sorry,
we weren't
Nexer.
supposed to swear at the beginning.
Sorry,
Badass
Nexer. I'm sorry. Okay,
That's
but in
why
my
I
defense, all of my red flag alarms went off when Ava started to yell something. Like, I got a shot of adrenaline there, okay?
As you should have.
No defense.
Keeping you on your toes, Askell, is one of my greatest pleasures in life.
I'm so happy I can provide that for you. Receive? No. Hi! Welcome to Return of the Runelords. This is a Pathfinder 1st Edition adventure path that we have converted to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, mostly remastered. Yeah, that's that. So, banter. We don't have to banter too much. But we could.
I got nothing.
Nit, you look at your thinking things.
No, the
You got
string's
anything?
just being really annoying.
Is that the plot thread?
I hope not, because I just split it.
That sounds like you guys.
Uh-oh.
No, that sounds about right.
Man.
And the commentary, this thread is really annoying. That's me. That's me. Just pleading with you guys to get out of the fucking marketplace, stop shopping for blackberry jam, and
Nope.
go on an adventure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went on an adventure and I rolled a nat 20 and made me hop into something I really didn't want to.
No, you rolled a nat 1 is what you rolled.
No, I rolled a nat 20 because you were like, oh, if she rolls a nat 20, she's going to find this thing. She looked a little too well.
Well, was it funny?
It was great. I'm glad I
Then
can
I'm not
be
sorry.
the comic relief of the group.
See, Ava, isn't it? Now you know what it's like. Now you know what it's like being
I
when
always
that
know what
happens.
it's like.
What do you mean? You're usually the one doing it. What?
That's why I know.
Now look, you've gone and made me squawk.
Okay.
He did. He got really high pitched.
Should we all just... Never mind. That's a private conversation.
What do you mean?
Anyway.
No, don't
Anyway.
answer that. I just remembered that I'm supposed to like be paying attention to how zoomed in and not zoomed in things are,
And
and I'm not doing a very good job.
It's just the intro screen.
Better, Nit?
It's better. Yeah.
Did I do good?
Good enough.
Too much? Too good?
No,
Good
it's fine.
enough.
Good enough.
That's like my whole demographic right there. That's my brand. Good enough.
Good enough.
So that feels like some great banter. Music today provided by Michael Gelfi Studios and Tabletop RPG Music, with custom maps made by the legendary and generous Vorn, who also runs this adventure in its original edition. And can I just say, like, check that guy out. Check out his YouTube channel. Their group is really funny. So that was the music. I feel like aren't we supposed to do something now? Yeah, shouldn't we like run the intro or something?
I just wait for you to be done, and I couldn't tell. So okay, we'll run intro.
I never know.
Power and grace to me, in the name of the great Lysala. Let knowledge be carved unto the flesh, that we might learn the secrets of rune magic. We, the Runelords, bore her runes upon the flesh of 7 countries, using her gift of sin magic to raise mighty monuments across our lands. But not even Lysala on high could prevent the falling of the sky. In a single night, our holy realm fell and was buried. But we lie here still, waiting. Lysala has risen from her long slumber, and soon, so too shall her most dedicated servants. We, who lie sleeping, must now rise, for surely no mere heretical fool can pass her trials or prevent the return of the Runelords.
Our party of heroes have entered Hollow Mountain. They have completed most of their mission to learn the truth of whether or not Alosnist, the last Runelord of Wrath, has returned. Turns out she has. You were able to recover a stolen artifact that you heard might be here. And you even shut down a little cabal of potential problem cultists in the process who were looking into another sort of sin, if they could find one, which turns out they didn't anyway. But you also found, because what's one cult without a second cult? A second cult of something a little more insidious than an ancient god of secrets. These cultists were dedicated to Yamasoth, the polymorph plague, a clip-off lord of the outer rifts, and a nascent demon lord, whose entire focus, their entire demonic, chthonic resume built upon, if you will, the concept of a virus that transforms its victims into monsters forever. This cult came here, brutally murdered a couple of sailors, cut their way through 2 levels of Hollow Mountain, all to acquire an abyssal runestone that you now happen to have. You shut them down. You captured the leader of the cultists who came here. And while he is in custody, he indicated there are more. And the kingdom of new flesh is coming to Magnimar soon. However, before you can return, there is one final errand in Hollow Mountain. One with an asterisk, I guess. You see, the Runelord of Lust has also returned, it would seem, and she spoke to you in your dreams with a psychic message, prompting you where to go and what to do to locate Alosnist's predecessor, the late Runelord Thybidos, who should be quite dead. Well, he is. Following Sorshin's advice, you entered a crypt sanctified by insults to this man's legacy. And at the very deepest part, you found him, Thybidos. To call him a shattered shell of his former glory is, frankly, an insult to shattered shells. He is a corpse, chopped into 5 pieces, held together by magic and chains, with his now dead soul bound torturously to this corpse, surrounded, no matter where he looks, by carven insults, only a few hundred feet from the ruined carcasses of his wife and children. The tormented ghost of his favored pet, the undead bodies of his loyalist soldiers, and the insane husk of the apprentice who betrayed him. And because that's not enough, Alosnist left one final torment for him. 2 ivory sentinels that eternally stabbed him, carving his torso up, disemboweling him every 5 to 10 seconds for the last 10,000 years. Really making Zeus look like a pretty decent guy by comparison. You know, if you know Prometheus. Hell, even Loki from Odin got off easy. At least those were only his intestines. So, where we pick up, you stand in this monument to the degradation of Runelord Thybidos. The ruins of 2 ivory sentinels scattered across the floor. Some of you injured. Some of you not. What do you do?
Oh god, I thought that was one of us dead behind me.
Oh my god, that was wicked!
Right, so the statues are headless now, right?
That they are.
And they stopped stabbing, right?
They did. As soon as the second one was destroyed, both statues froze.
I'm watching Thybidos very carefully.
Do you want sort of a reminder on what Thybidos' state looked like at this point?
Yeah, he's pretty hot. Go ahead.
Okay.
I need a
Oh.
band-aid.
There is... that's all the room. Atop the 10-foot-high overlook, an ancient throne is flanked by the 2 white marble statues. Oh, that doesn't describe him. That's just the room again. Here we go. The remains of Thybidos are lashed by chains to the spiked throne. It is covered in spikes. His arms, legs, and head have all been severed from his torso, but are all held in place, not to each other, but to the throne by the lengths of chain. Thassilonian runes glow across his leathery skin. You see his hair and beard flicker as though made from black fire. What am I doing? Why don't I also include yellow? There it is.
Getting good.
Oh, I guess there is a beard there. I thought that was like his weird robes.
I mean, why not
have
both?
facial hair?
And we
I'm-
can see like a heart in there.
The picture is accurate.
Wait, but then what was he getting stabbed with? I thought like body was getting
The
stabbed.
statues had his torso.
Oh.
They were carving into his torso.
Okay.
He suddenly contorts a little bit in the chair, the chains clinking, as you can hear him issue a long, shuddering, rasping sigh. And then he relaxes just in the throne, limp. The dry bones of a mummy, clad in filthy rags now. Looking closely, you see that these rags are stained dark at the joints by ancient blood, where the body was originally cut into all the pieces.
Feeling a little better?
The head starts to stir, rolling about like as if looking for something, chain clinking, before fixing not at Nifix, but in her general direction, sort of looking past her. through
Oh,
her.
so he does what Nifix does. Okay, got it.
And you hear, "Bring me Siren." And he slumps in the chair.
What is Siren?
I don't know.
He said siren, right?
Zyron.
Oh, siren.
Okay.
Well, that's gonna be a problem.
Which one was Siren?
Mm.
That was the one before him.
The Rune Lord of Wrath before him?
Yes.
Wouldn't that one be dead? Because Don't they kill each other when they take their spots or something?
Oh god, there's more of them? Caillou says, looking sort of...
You saw all the pictures?
Yeah, but they're dead.
Mm.
I'm gonna.
I thought it was just gonna be him.
I'll take a step closer.
As you do,
Ugh.
his eyes, wet and horribly alive in their dry sockets, dart straight to you, catching your eyes. Can you make a fortitude save just for a second?
Okay, bruh.
We just saved you, sir.
Saving throw not to throw
Really
up.
an intentional thing. It's grotesque. And the wetness and the
God damn it.
realness of the eyes as they move to fix on you, Lorien, is so shocking and jarring that it leaves you paralyzed for only one round. Out of combat, that means nothing.
So
it
I
would have meant
can't
something if you tried doing this during combat, but
I can't speak either.
that's only for 6 seconds.
Okay,
So
I'll be
basically,
here.
you're just
Gah.
like frozen for a moment by those eyes. But after that moment, you realize, in looking at him, that there's emotion in those eyes that you've seen before. A longing for one familiar addiction.
A burrito.
Death.
Oh,
Those are the eyes of one who just wants to die.
I don't blame him there.
How long has he been strung up here, stabbed like 10,000 years or so?
Very long time.
Yeah. Okay. I can't say I blame him.
Thybidos.
He's still looking at you. There's no
Sire-
lids to blink.
Siren is dead. Long dead.
You see this pitiful, almost infantile pleading. And he seems to, his eyes sort of cloud for a moment. And Lorien, you begin to see shadowy figures that sort of look like maybe like the wisps of yourselves, as might be seen by someone who really can't see you, holding skeletal remains in this spot. And then he gasps as if from some great exertion, and just sort of, his head hangs limp. He can't even hold his head up to stare at you anymore.
She's gonna kind of. Lorien's gonna glance at everybody behind her. We are here to set you free. To help you move along.
Siren, first bring her to me.
Okay, so we gotta go find another dead corpse. Is this one gonna be like half dead too, half alive? I don't know. What is this? Undead?
Caillou looks at Vixney.
Like,
Stilly, in that painting, wasn't Zyron killed by a trident that we saw? Or am I...
That is a wonderful question. Let me double check real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember who was who. I
Like,
thought there was a lady that got
Zyron
beheaded.
was using
wasn't
a
there?
trident.
Yeah, Zyron was the one holding a trident. In
Oh,
fact,
not killed.
Oh.
That-
I believe you saw that
Ah.
relating to her in the portrait.
Yeah.
That's how she was depicted in her painting.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
The painting
we
depicted
bring
her
it back?
staggering back with her hands rising to her throat, which has just been cut by a curved knife made of glittering force magic
Mhm.
by a sinister-looking man matching the visage
Yeah,
of the man
Thybidos.
before you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That's how.
Bro, you killed her.
Yeah. What?
Where is she? Ask him where she is.
He hears you.
You can see like terrible fatigue upon him. And suddenly, Fixney, you have a vision of the main hall where you guys first came in with all the riddle doors. And it only lasts for like a second. He just doesn't seem like he has the strength to maintain.
Oh no. Is she in the door that we didn't open?
What did the worm didn't? The worm was just a servant. Wasn't that one?
If a former Runelord of Wrath had been a
Turned into a worm that
larva
walked.
mage, you would be aware. I promise you.
Yeah. Well, there was that door we never opened. The one that was the one that was jammed, right?
I think
How are
so.
we going to open it?
Well, if all else fails, we can just try to destroy it.
I don't think that.
Certainly try. Okay,
You can all hear once more his rattle. Siren.
okay, Nifix is gonna do something stupid.
We will get
You mean
Siren
do
for
something?
you.
Yeah, do something really.
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna go up close to Lorian and like kind of tiptoe her way closer to Grandpa. Don't hurt me. Tap tap. We'll go get her. Just take a nap, I guess. Rest. I think you do that. Goodbye. She's just gonna like backpedal away, but not look away from him, including
Okay.
going down the stairs.
Oh, please don't trip.
It's kind of like when you never turn your back to an emperor back in Joseon Dynasty.
That was absolutely a thing in Thassilon.
Only hers is unintentional. She's just scared he's gonna.
It's
zap her.
also, it's not clear if he's even fully aware of what's happening around him.
Oh yeah? Let's do an insight check. Is he fully aware of what's happening around him? I was kidding, but can I actually do that?
Yes.
Or like a
Yeah,
medicine, like to
Skill
see
action
if
map-
the
you know the
minds-
drill. No, this is sense motive. You're right. You're absolutely correct. That's perception.
Okay.
Skill action dialogue, though.
I guess seeing if he actually wants this, or if he's just trying to get us out of the room, or what the.
So like, oh, now I'm not being stabbed.
Now
I
that they're
rest
gone,
for
whew.
10,000 years to recoup my strength.
I'm sorry,
Doubtful with
what am
that-
I,
with those chains.
What am I rolling?
Perception, sense motive.
Thank you.
Heck am I? Oh, there it was.
Here you go.
You sense something really, really weird. Remorse.
Yeah. Okay.
Man grew with conscience.
And you get the sense that it's a very childlike remorse, like not the remorse of a hyper intelligent godlike being, the remorse of a toddler only starting to have the faculties to understand right and wrong, who wants to make right something that they did that was bad.
Yeah, I wonder what. Okay. I think we can do this. Let's go see.
I mean, as long as she's here, sure. Whatever.
Now, for the sake of narrative and not us having to spend the next 45 minutes just navigating narrow passages and stairs with tokens, we can say that you guys are heading back if you wish. Is that what you want to do?
You don't want to just watch us drag tokens?
I do not, shockingly. Weird, right?
It's fine.
Oh, yay! We got an epic fumble for you guys.
Oh no.
Nice.
Well, Nifix needs a band-aid.
I think she needs more than a band-aid.
Okay, I can take a singular lower multi-die hit.
Did you have fun flying?
Yeah, it was so cool. Did you see me? Did you see that torpedo? This is the walk back. Did you see the torpedo?
Well,
I was
okay,
like,
gotcha.
Oh,
Has it
brilliant
been over an hour since I healed you last?
fun. I did. That's a good question for sure.
Because I can heal you
So
if
you will
it
see. It
has.
will be on her
Didn't-
token if she has immunity to it.
Didn't we rest after the
I see haste. That's removed.
squigglies?
I see fly, which has another 4 minutes, but effect. So you'll be able to fly for a little while, but it'll wear off long before you get back.
She's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
hovering.
Yeah.
No, you are no longer immune according to this. You do not have immunity.
Okay. So if we take 10 minutes at some point, I can do treat wounds on Nifix.
I mean, it's going to be probably a 20-minute walk back as is. If you want, you guys can stop along the way for an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, you heal 8.
Yeah.
And then I see Lorian heals 17 during the 20 minutes. Nifix gets those delicious 8 hit points. And then there's the 10 minutes for Lorian bandaging.
Now I
Nifix
can take.
up.
I mean, if
medium.
we want to just take a band-aid break, I can also take a band-aid.
So my assumption is like you guys get back to the main hall, and that's when you start like, okay, let's just take a second and breathe here.
Okay, get in line.
Okay.
Next is Saya.
Yay!
Okay. Saya gets 27? Oh, because you've got robust health.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Here's-
So
Sweet,
Saya
sweet healing.
mechanically is begging to be healed, basically, is what that means.
Uh-oh.
Is
Oh, it's still
robust
success.
health toughness?
I think so. I think it might
Okay.
be. Or quick, or like the recovery one. Heroic
Ah.
recovery or something like that.
I also got Caillou. Sorry, I rolled the
Okay.
lowest on Nifix.
Needed it the most.
And
The one who needed it the most.
That's
I
it.
believe, yeah. Yeah, and Verlaine cannot use her healing spells because
Oh! I'll heal Verlaine as well.
I don't think
She's-
that's gonna fix it.
It says she's injured.
she is still injured. Yeah, yeah. Oh, she took an absolute beating.
Yeah, I'll treat wounds.
Not
on
in
her
this
as
fight,
well.
but okay. Thank you. Yeah, you literally only rolled single digit for Nifix. That's
Yeah.
ironic. Okay. Verlaine is appreciative and sort of like pats your hand a little bit while you're tending to her, but it's clear that she's just miserable and yeah. Anyway. That's funny. It has been almost an hour since you guys left Thybidos now.
He's fine.
He's had time to think. Okay, let's find Zyron, I guess.
I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that I'm
Don't touch your
probably not
tokens.
supposed to do. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna put your party token here.
But you're gonna leave their tokens back there.
I'm gonna leave you guys' tokens back in the room with Thybidos.
Interesting.
That should be
Uh-oh.
okay, right?
You're asking
You're
for
gonna
trouble.
break us. Yes.
I can.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did it work?
So I can't see the token. Stream can see the token. I can't, but I can see it highlighted and I can see where the token is, so it's good enough.
If you select the token, can you see from it?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
I'm
That'll work.
selected on it and I can see it's from it, so good enough.
So you are on the upper balcony of this immense entrance hall.
Which door did we want?
The one on the left.
This one?
Yes. It's the only one we have not opened. And if I remember correctly, like the place where we would do something is like gone or something like that.
Lorian, you get a hero point.
Like I thought it was like broken or something.
What is this one? E2E. The finish on this block of gray marble is freckled with specks of black and white, but marred with a gigantic gouge chiseled out of the center in the same location that all the other slabs had carvings or images.
No.
Oh, we read out the whole.
Yeah, we read
Um,
everything, didn't we?
Mhm.
So it didn't open.
What if we say Zyron? Does that do anything?
Good.
Oh, there you go.
As soon as you say Zyron out loud, the slab lowers into the ground.
Gonna
That
look at
was easy.
Saya. Well, that works.
Hey, yo,
There's
Zyron,
not
you
a
in
lot
here?
in there.
Is that
This
Zyron right
10
there?
foot square, this 10-foot square room is empty, save for a pile of bone fragments and dust, heaped like so much dirt to be swept up by a custodian. Only a jawless skull, resting atop the morbid detritus, suggests that these remains were once a person. No ostentation, no artful frescoes, and no decorations adorn the walls in here to give you any sign that whoever this was in life was a person of any importance at all.
Can I do a check on the bones to confirm that they were killed via throat slashing? I don't know if that would be left on the bones or not.
There's not very many bones even left. Even the bones have basically broken down into shards and dust for the most part.
Okay, well, I'll grab the skull.
It's okay.
This has got to be her, I guess.
I mean, why else would the door open with her name?
But to just sweep a Runelord in here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying, Alosnus was a major bitch. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by any like terribleness in here.
Not that I'm saying any of the Runelords are, cool people, but this is pretty shitty.
And this is who's back in Varisia?
I mean, this could have been Thybidos that put her in here.
This is one of who's back in Varisia.
1 of 7.
No, one of
You better
two.
hope not 7.
I hope not
One
seven.
of two so
I
far.
say, aren't two of? Well, at least one of them's dead, right?
2 are
Sorsh-
confirmed
I'm
dead.
talking about Sorshan.
Yeah. What about the other 5? So
While we're not in the room, speaking of, Do you have thoughts on what to do with the Thybidos?
No, just leave him there.
No, I mean, I would love to be able to put a soul to rest if we could do that. I don't know. It's kind of, would you say bound to that body? I don't know how that works. But
It seems like his soul is trapped in that body, as it is forced to heal and tortured. Yes.
I think
I'd
putting
honestly-
him to rest would be better. Better than having, a potential hazard on Galarian at risk. Ah, I'm so smart.
Do you know
Okay.
how?
No.
Yeah, just leave it there.
No,
It's not gonna go
What
anywhere.
if he gets loose?
that's not the point. To leave him like this is wrong. It is not a person in this realm's job to torture somebody for eternity. That's for the afterlife if they deserve it.
You let the soul loose, it's just gonna come back again.
That's for other beings to decide if it should be done. It's
Yeah, that's God stuff.
Or it's Varaspa will just pluck his soul to where it needs to go.
that's
like
what I'm
she's supposed
saying.
to.
So
Yeah.
if we can end his connection to this body, I don't know how to do that. It's not really an alchemical thing.
Well, let's first bring the bones of this person.
I just wanted us on the same page before we went back to him.
Yeah. The first step is to bring him what he wants. I thought he would want a nice cup of wine or something after being stabbed for so long. Ooh, I think he's more of a whiskey guy.
Are you just gonna splash the wine on him?
I don't know if he can taste anything anymore.
It's all about image, right?
It's a nice gesture. I
No.
think he just kind of wants to be done.
We gotta send him off with some wine. I got some wine. Oh, I think it's a mead. It will do.
Let's head back.
What is a wine? And she's pulling it out as everyone else has the bones. There's a couple glasses left in here.
As Nifix is sort of going through, ooh, we could give him this. Or, oh, look, see, I've got one of these. We could give him some. You guys, the chatter sort of drifts into echoes as you enter the narrow, cramped hallways and corridors, descending many, many stairs, climbing the trapped shaft and the two circular pits. It's a little after 9 a.m. by the time you return
Time is weird here.
to the presence of Thybidos.
Still chilling?
How you
He
doing,
has
bud?
not moved at
He's just
all.
sitting there with his legs crossed. It took you long enough.
Has it been another
Nothing
hour
ch-
yet
Long since, yeah.
since healed?
Yes.
I will treat wounds on Nifix again.
Now? You got
Yeah.
just a sec, Thybidos. Just a sec. hang on.
Before we go into the room.
Go ahead.
Look, I really need it, okay?
Ooh, that might be a crit.
Nit, did that poll everyone?
No.
It doesn't look like it polled observer.
Observer's there.
Oh. I know the problem. I gotta delete the party token. Otherwise it keeps pulling it back, I think.
Oh.
Okay, there. Sorry. There you go. Nifix is now only injured.
Yay!
So you guys are sort of walking, and shortly before you get here, one of Nifix's wounds reopens. And you guys have to sort of stop, and Lorian sits her down in the hallway and bandages that, changes the wound dressing.
I changed it to Caesar dressing.
Yeah, much better. Then again, I think I prefer the seize her
Shut up.
dressing.
Too far.
Blackberry vinaigrette.
Re-enter.
Mm.
You make your way back up to the throne.
Yeah, I will. I'll go up to him. Thybidos. Here's Iron. Here you go.
He like leans out, the chains clinking against his torn, ruined body. I am sorry. And an instant later, all of his remains crumble to dust,
Bruh.
leaving nothing behind.
Easy.
Didn't we need his help?
Fuck!
You know what? This is better. This is better. I feel
Wait,
good
come
about
back!
this.
We've got questions.
I feel
I'm actually
great
gonna
about
go
this.
and like poke at the.
Like, he wasn't gonna answer our questions anyway. All he ever said was Zyron, Zyron, Zyron. We gave him what he wanted. We've sent his soul to peace. Perfect. Beautiful. Let's go.
But what about what we wanted?
Look, that's what a
Well,
shovel
hold on.
wants.
We got the Abyssal Rune Stone. That's... Wait. Huh? Is there anything back? Wasn't there something on his throne?
Yeah,
the
you did
back?
discover that the throne had a hinge on the side of
Yeah.
it that you never really got to check out.
Yeah, I'll flip it up or open it or something.
Okay. Yeah, it does flip up to reveal a hollow space inside the throne itself.
Weird.
Hollow, but for a number of things stashed in there.
Okay, I was
Why-
like, there's
why is-
nothing.
Why are they using this as a cubby?
You know,
Well-
keep your stuff safe.
Looking
Ooh.
at these treasures, all of which are unidentified, so it's probably not as exciting for you as it is for me. Looking at that list,
Unusual object.
you see a number of things.
Yeah, a bunch
Various
of unusual
trinkets,
objects.
all of which even the least cultured among you would recognize as like antiques of antiques. These are from the time of Thassilon itself, and likely were Thybidos's carried equipment
Oh, that's cool.
as a Runelord.
So,
Like there is let's
So-
talk some descriptions of some of this stuff.
If I look back at in my mind's eye, look back at the painting of him, does this stuff match that?
Some of it, not all of it, would have been visible in the painting. Let's see, what is that? The first thing you see is a wand that appears to be made from 2 copper plates with a ceramic center.
Oh, okay.
I'm going from top to bottom, by the way. The second thing, oh boy. I know one of the PCs here is going to know exactly what this is and be very pleased to see it. The second is... Wait, what? A little blueberry-sized bead that looks to be like a sphere of glass, but with a flickering light at its core. And this is just hanging on a single thin leather band from which it could easily be plucked or put back on.
Interesting.
Cool. So that's the second thing. The third thing. Oh yeah, that I feel like right away you'll recognize is some form of Eon Stone.
Okay.
Can I get a little more, maybe? Please? There it is. It is a clear cube in shape. Totally clear. So that's your Eon Stone. The remaining items in here are all scrolls, magic scrolls that bear the distinct bouquet of wrath.
Ah, okay.
On a scale of 1 to 50, how hard would you say these are to identify?
They're all within your level range.
Oh, cool.
Each one would take 10 minutes of study to attempt it.
I don't mind
But,
doing that
if
right
you
now.
wanna-
Yeah.
You guys want to? Okay.
I'll do the
Well,
Iron Stone.
why don't we wait? Why don't we try to identify them first before we add them to like stash and inventory? That way I can.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just make
Okay.
everything easier to. Okay.
Ooh, can I give
What do you wanna
myself
start
a
with?
spell bonus?
Sure. Are you gonna? Is that read aura?
That is indeed Redora.
Okay. So you've got +2, and the action is obviously going to be identify magic.
Okay.
And because all of these are more or less arcane, the lowest DC is going to be arcane or arcana, though nature, occultism, and religion could all be used as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, whenever you put the button up, just...
Wait, what one do you want to start with?
I want to start with the Iron Stone.
of course you would.
Eon.
Eon.
It's Eon now.
Aeon.
I thought it was
Ion.
Aeon.
That's FF10.
Is there a way I can?
Like, I haven't played that again, okay?
Oh, sweet! I can add all of them to like a worksheet on here with buttons.
Yeah.
And then if I click auto, it will automatically identify known items. There are no items automatically identified. Cool. Okay. So starting with the Eon Stone. How does this work? If I click this. Nope. How to
GM shenanigans.
can spend. Oh! So Fixney can auto succeed on all 3 of the scrolls, it says. You just have to use an action. You're
Nice.
using the recall knowledge action, but you automatically succeed on the check. Do you want to know the
I'm
3
guessing
scrolls?
they're all Arcana
Yep.
on my spell list.
I have added all 3 in here.
I believe that only works as long as it's not any type of enchantment or
Scrolls
compulsion
have been
magic.
identified.
Oh, okay. Where does it show up?
So one is a rank 5 blizzard.
Oh,
One is a rank 4 wall of fire.
oh.
And one is a rank 3 gravity well.
Can I learn this spell?
I believe you can learn all 3.
Mm.
I know, but I'm asking, like, did I learn these spells instead?
You mean eat the scrolls?
I would like to eat the scrolls, but in return,
zoom in.
if I do get time, I will make sesame scrolls.
Okay, so for the Eon Stone, the checks are in chat. Where's my clock?
That's a rank
Line to
5.
GM.
It's also rank 4.
Yeah, I could not.
I
tried to
don't
like
think...
open the menu.
Oh, it does.
And I couldn't zoom in, so you cannot see. Sorry.
What kind of bonus is this?
So
Circumstance?
Saya and Lorian, you are both unclear on this. Fixney! Of course you would know the Eon Stone. Let me go ahead and... There you go. So I believe it will be visible to Fixney now. But
I see it
this
too.
is an envisioning stone. It allows you to communicate with a limited form of telepathy out to a range of 100 feet.
That's cool.
They are transmitted as images. So it is more of like a visual thing than an auditory thing. Whatever you're trying to transmit. They also are not high quality images. And it does not give the ability to respond. However, if you access the resonant power of this Eon Stone, either by doing Runelord things or putting it into a Wayfinder, it also allows you to cast Translate once per day.
That's cool.
This sounds like what he was doing with us, showing us images.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ugh.
I'm scared of what Nifix would send us visions of.
Mental
You wanna
spells.
give
I
it
don't
to
think
me
I can
and
use this.
find out?
No.
Huh.
Wait, what? Why not?
I don't think I can actually use this one. Wait, no, is this
Should be able to embed
divination?
it.
Never mind. No, remember, I can't use certain types of magics.
Oh,
this is...
that's you can't cast it. You can still use it from an item.
No, no, no.
I stand corrected.
That also is the same with scrolls, stabs, and wands related to it. But this is divination, not illusion.
Oh, yeah. That is correct. So you've still got the bead necklace thingy and the wand.
Put it in the chat.
Which one?
The bead.
Good choice. There it is.
I'll try this one.
You got quiet again, Eva.
This bead sounds familiar.
Thank you.
Lorien.
Too.
No way. Lorien and Fixney
It's
both got nat
Arcana,
20s.
isn't it?
What?
Okay, but nat 20, double nat 20s. Fixney, I'm not surprised you know of this one. Lorien, we might need to talk about why you are familiar with this.
Okay.
It's the body sheet habits.
What this is called an eternal eruption of Black Peak. So, what the hell does that mean? Black Peak is a active volcano in Galeria. It's a major volcano. Someone captured that volcano, one of that volcano's eruptions, in a piece of time. They they time stopped it, bottled that time stopped eruption, and stuck it into a little bead. So it's an instant volcanic eruption of Black Peak. However, this is not just a frozen eruption. This is called an eternal eruption, which basically means it's the same concept, but caught, instead of in a time stop, in a time loop. After you use it, it reforms itself. So you would throw it, it would go immense kaboom, and then in about 2 to 8 hours, it would reform on your person.
That's awesome.
That's pretty sick.
This kind
And for your benefit, it is like it's basically a fireball spell that is keyed to do 7d6 fire damage with a DC 25 basic reflex.
If Nifix makes any sort of move towards us, I'm smacking the hand.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what I rolled.
Lorien, I'm more curious. Why does Lorien know what this is? How would you say Lorien knows of this item?
What is Black Peak?
She's a nerd.
Was there maybe some information about it? Where she was when she got this body?
So, I mean, it's not a one-of-a-kind item. There are plenty of eternal eruptions. If it helps, Black Peak is
Taldor.
in Taldor.
Taldor.
Yeah, and its most recent eruption was about 250 years ago.
I thought it never stopped.
Well, this one doesn't stop.
Here's something. The region now known as Dragonscar still dwelled... Wait, oh. Ah, okay. Yeah, there's a dragon. A big red dragon out there.
Of course there is.
That might be why Lori knows of it.
Yeah. You know what?
Horanath.
I could see my a father of sorts telling me about it, wouldn't he?
Sure.
He'd love to
It's a
talk about
fascinating
that.
history lesson.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Get some soup.
that is true. That leaves us one final item. Now that Alvin walked away. This is perfect.
No, it's
Yeah, you
important.
get the
Let me
Wand.
let me roll this one
He's
first.
back.
Nah, I got it.
Roll.
I'm keen on just going over their shoulders and pretending I know I'm doing until I actually get something in the future.
So, there is some minor disagreement on what
Uh-oh.
it actually does.
I mean, someone rolled a 1.
Let me find it again so I can. Okay, got it. I think there's agreement that this wand is electrical in nature. The 2 copper plates sort of guarantee, yeah, this wand is a source of electricity. Fixney is under the impression that this wand will conjure a lightning storm. Whereas Lorien, you're under the impression this is closer to a lightning bolt. But modified.
You guys just have to test
Both
it.
of you. The but modified is for both of you. Could test it. It's got a once per. I mean, all wands can be used once per
Once-
day.
Hold
At
on,
least-
Fixney. You hold still.
At least once per day.
Are you gonna test it? Then?
By testing, don't you mean casting it in a small room?
That doesn't seem wise.
If it is, if it is lightning storm, guess who's in the room?
I can dig it.
I'd rather cast it outside or in the bigger room.
So here's a problem. That would mean, though one of you succeeded in identifying it, I can't actually identify the item and then give it to you guys.
Wait. Let me double check. I don't think I have lightning bolt.
Well, you
I
guys
mean,
can. The treasure is all yours. You can dole it out however you
have-
guys wish.
I have the spell right now, Lightning Bolt.
No, that spell is 1 higher level than me. Also, it's not on my spell book.
It's technically in my spell list right now. Does that mean anything?
No.
No? Okay. I'd like to take the stone.
Don't you
If
already
you
have
guys-
it, Ian Stone?
Yeah, but
I
you
can't
can never
use
have.
Eon.
crafting to determine.
You
if
can
it's
never
one or
have
the
too
other,
many-
Can I?
Do
That's
what?
fair. I'd allow that. With another 10 minutes.
Okay.
I don't think we're in any rush.
You can put multiple into your Wayfinder, can't you?
No. It's only
No. 1. Well, whichever one you put in your Wayfinder becomes resonant, which means you get the secondary power.
That's right.
The only other way you can get that is by letting Fixney carve it into your flesh.
It won't be gentle.
He hasn't earned that right, so somebody else can use it. I'll take the bead. How's that?
That's fine.
I'd like the bead.
I don't think you should have the bead.
Why not? I'm very responsible with my fire, thank you.
Yeah, you already have some fire. Let somebody else have some.
What? Fine. But I get the
Well,
next
do we
one.
consider an eruption fire or earth?
Why not both?
I mean, I would agree it is totally both, but that's
Look, you already described it as a fireball.
fair enough. You got me there.
I can take the telepathic thingy. You guys are gonna see beauty all the time.
That's fine. I do like to reserve the right to examine it when I'm able to.
Did you guys just give Saya the ability to group text?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Saya, can I try it when we are on downtime?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. You guys are screwed.
All right. So did you all?
No, I
You
didn't
did not.
drag it
I
onto
can
me.
see all the items are still in the stash, or not
We
even in
were-
the stash, in the treasure.
How do
We were
I
discussing.
How do I put it on my wayfinder?
I don't think there's a way to do that on the sheet. What I would do is just make note, unless the Wayfinder is listed as a container.
No, the real question is, do you still have to attune to it if it's in the Wayfinder?
That is a good question.
No, you do
Oh.
not.
There you go.
So, because it's supposed to be like a fourth Eon Stone. Or, no, I'm sorry. Yes, you do still have to invest in it, but you can invest in
Invest, that's the
10
word.
items. It does not count against the 3 maximum Eon Stones that you can have, though. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
So it is still one of your 10. It is not one of your 3. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yes.
Also, though, I've never seen a player run out of invest slots. So I wouldn't worry too much about that.
I don't
I don't know,
know.
but not a lot of whatchamacallit, you said this goes up to 20.
This is true.
I think if you for my Aeon Stone,
Eon.
it just gives you the effect to do the resonant power.
If it's in the Wayfinder, so resonant power means it must be in a Wayfinder. There is
Or
no
That's what
other
I'm
way
saying.
unless
your skin
So
specially.
there's no way to equip it to the Wayfinder, so you would just, I think, drag the effect onto you. That's what mine is.
so this one there's no effect to drag,
Yeah,
so you
it's
just
an
have to
occult
make note.
innate spell, so I can make a new
Right.
spell casting entry for myself.
Yeah,
'Cause
and what
mine
I would
gives
do is
me-
just label that entry as Eon Stone Envisioning. Or Clear Cube Eon Stone, or whatever you want to call it. But okay.
Occult innate spell.
And there are still 5 items for you guys to divvy out.
Oh, I need to grab the.
Also, before you take the wand, Fixney, were you going to spend another 10 minutes trying to use crafting to compare notes between you and Lorian?
Wait. Could you read out the description of the one again one more time?
You're killing me. It is made of 2 copper plates with a ceramic center. And funny enough, the head of the wand is shaped very similarly to the Thassilonian rune for greed. It's like a cupped hand with a triangle gem in the, in its grasp.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a lightning storm, but if you think it might be lightning, let's see. Blood gem.
Oh, and the scrolls are for Fixney, so.
Yeah, you just have them.
You just can't tell, Fixney. Or rather, Fixney, you see no evidence to indicate that it's anything but what you first thought it was. that it is a
Which is a lightning storm?
that it will cast a light, or it will create a lightning storm upon the casting. A modified lightning storm, but a lightning storm.
When you say modified, what do you mean?
I mean, it is some form of specialty wand, not a base wand of a spell.
It's like this one. I'm gonna hold out the my fireball wand that does special abilities when you cast, and then it's like fix
Like the Force Barrage wand.
Force Barrage
Same thing.
style. It has additional effects when you cast the spell through it or with it.
I see.
Anybody use wands, or is this a wizard thing?
I believe you have to have
Defeat.
the ability to cast a spell.
Any
You need-
spell?
You need defeat. Well, you need defeat, and then you need the.
I don't think you do anymore.
You need the skill.
Right. You do have to have the. Well, do you? Are you sure?
Ask
I
Nifix.
don't think you do.
Ask Nifix.
Sniffix what?
How she cast with a wand.
Sorry.
I can cast with
I'm
wand.
really fast pulling up
See?
the rules.
I'm just curious. Like, does it have to go to Pixney, or can anyone take it? It's basically.
I don't think anyone can take it. I think any spell anybody with the ability to cast a spell of the associated school.
Or you could do that, which is trick magic item, since I know chat can't see
Right.
chat.
Or have trick magic item.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Defeat.
Okay. Well, I can't do that because I can't cast. Well, I assume I can't do those. So I can cast captivator spells, which are like enchantments and illusions.
Well, so that's not what matters. What matters is it like occult, arcane, etc.
Got
This
it.
is going to be very likely arcane.
Yeah.
However,
Minor occult.
actually, I don't think that matters anymore either.
Ooh.
Did they change
I
one casting?
Can't find the damn rules on Archives of Nethys. Can I look that up during our break and get
Yeah.
back to you on
Yeah, that's fine.
that?
It don't
Okay.
matter.
Oh, the DM isn't prepared. Oh my god.
This.
So, have you all distributed the items?
Pixney
I
gets
took what I
everything.
was getting.
I took mine. Lorian took hers. Pixney gets everything.
Yeah. So move things into your inventory, Fixney.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, I found it. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Just kidding. That's for identifying it. Oh yeah, I found it. Full rules on wands. Casting spells from a wand. It is once per day. It must be on your spell list to cast a spell.
Okay.
Because you're the one casting the spell. Use your blah blah. Okay, so that's different. That's not specialty wands. For specialty wands. Oh. Actually, I don't know that you need anything for a specialty wand
Ooh.
because it isn't casting the spell from a spell list. It's casting it and it uses its own stat block. Right?
Cool.
Oh my god, it's sentient.
That'd be a little.
No. I'm wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically you have to be able to cast the spell. So either
Pixney.
Lightning Storm or Lightning Bolt would have to be on a spell list that you are privy to, or you would not be able to use it.
Or trick magic item.
Or you'd have to have trick magic item. Yeah. So funny enough, Nifix could totally use it.
Yeah.
You can't use it?
That depends. If it's Lightning Storm, I thought that's one spell level higher.
It does not have a requirement on the spell level.
No, I meant to
Or rank.
need to match the your DC roll to cast it with trick.
No, no matter what your level
Oh.
is always going to use the DC that's baked into it. Oh wait, no, that was for the Eternal Eruption. No,
Yeah.
What am I fucking talking about? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We're just
I have
here.
no problem. I just need to point with wands.
Yeah. So you'd have to be able to cast the spell at its rank. So actually, yeah, so that'd be a pretty easy way to test it. If it's lightning bolt, then Fixney should be able to use it right now. If it's
Well.
not lightning bolt, if it's lightning storm, then Fixney couldn't use it.
We can find out.
No,
another
I would be
day.
able to use it.
What?
I thought you
Oh,
just
the-
said you couldn't.
It's a spell, it's not spell book.
I thought you were just talking about spell rank. Whatever. Anyway,
Go see
what
if
are you guys
can
doing?
use it. I want to know what it is.
Well, I'm not gonna cast it in here.
Well, no, go cast it in the big room.
And then for
Such a
the
waste.
other item in there,
That's
have
it.
we identified that?
It's the wand. That's the only item
Oh.
remaining.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what did we get? We got the Eternal Eruption, the Eon Stone, and the Wand, and then there were 3 spell scrolls. We just gave Fixing all the scrolls.
Can I take the wand? I'll just hold it. I just want to feel strong. Cool.
As long as you
Not
point it away
until
from us,
we're
I don't care.
outside this room.
What?
Not until we're outside this room.
Fine. Then put it in your bag, brother.
If you want, we can,
You
for
don't
ease
put a
of
wand just in your
chronicling,
bag. You put it in the bandolier or your wand holders.
if we assume that you are going to test it out at the first opportunity, I
Yeah,
can
the big
reveal
room.
it then who was right, if you want to do that.
Okay, I'll just put it in my inventory for now.
Damn it! I was about to mark it as identified so it wouldn't. Now I gotta open up your inventory. Literally, I was hovering on the button. I just wanted to finish saying, like, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Slow.
Look,
If you are testing
progress
it,
things. not
When
gonna
you
test it yet.
cast,
I'm not gonna test it in here.
I
like,
know.
brother
I'm
was
saying if you guys are gonna
easy.
test it at your first opportunity, I'm gonna identify it now, and I'm gonna let you know
I'm
what it
gonna
is, so
test
we
it.
don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just wait. You know what? I'll just wait.
Just
That's
wait.
fine.
It's gonna be more
That's
exciting
fine.
if we wait.
Will it though?
Yes, actually. Ash.
You know what?
Sorry.
You guys are being
Probably the
bad.
same
Get in the
face
party
Lorian's
token.
doing.
No!
Lorian's like,
To the party token with you.
Yeah,
That's what I do to my party too. They start getting all like.
Okay, do we have
figuring
everything
stuff
we
out.
need? Can we go outside for no nefarious reason whatsoever?
we don't
No.
need to go outside. We can do it in this big room over here.
Yeah, there's the big circle rooms. Also, we have to go somewhere
Or
else
we can
too,
do it
right?
in the big
Yeah.
great
Oh,
hall
actually,
room.
we have to go outside to go to the other spot we were gonna go to, right?
Do you?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Do
Good
we?
week, Seskel.
I think so, because it's the other place that those people came into where we met the cultist dude who wants to make everyone into monsters, which was before we got here. So,
Right, we have to turn off the portal
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was that the
Oh,
portal
yeah.
that was attached to Roderick's
Speaking of
Cove?
which, yeah, does my
Yes.
book have like a hint or at least direction to where the portal's located?
No.
Good try, brother. Good try.
However, I believe you guys did receive information back in the first adventure that it was in a place called the Forges of Wrath.
There we go.
Okay, so we just go to the Forges of Wrath. Take us right there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay. Did we get
You know,
mental
who probably could have
instructions
pointed
for
you the
that one
direction
yet?
to get there. I bet Thybidos would know where that is.
Well, he's dead.
But Thybidos would know all sorts of stuff.
I bet the fetus is at
Is
peace.
there anything else in this room other than the treasures, like information on?
You get a strong sense that whatever of value may lie in this room, it is claimed or gone.
Do I still have
Well, knowledge is information.
Siren's skull, or did it?
Yeah. Well, I assume you set it down. Well, I guess it's up to you.
Don't
No, you
assume
probably-
anything.
It's up to you whether you still. I mean, it wouldn't have
This is mine now.
destroyed it or anything like that, and it's not like Thybidos was able to take it.
This is my skull now. How often do you get a Runelord skull, bro?
Are you keeping that?
Yeah.
Can I dance
Why
with
not?
it
No.
for art purposes?
That got weird. That
No.
went from like 0
No.
to 60.
Yeah, this-
like-
you're
chains still
weirding me
magical,
out.
by the way?
Uh-huh.
The chains? Thybidos chains.
They were.
So no
Funny
longer?
enough, like you knew they were. Checking one last time before you guys leave, they no longer indicate magic. Now, Fixney, one thing is well known to you. The magic used to power all of this torment was almost symbiotic with itself. It fed on itself. It was all linked. The insults linked to the statues, linked to the ivory sentinels, linked to the haunt, the undead guards, all of it, and linked to the binding of Thybidos.
That
When a single spellcaster
kinda cool.
weaves magic like that, it requires just a fragment of their focus, even if it's just the tiniest sliver. There is an element that remains bound to the caster. The caster who did all of this would
know that
likely recognize its absence.
So we have alerted the Elasnist. Is that what you're saying?
I leave it to Fixney if you convey that, or if that's just something for your spellbook musings.
Well, that's already something I would know as a wizard.
Mm-hmm. Do you indicate this
Mm-mm.
at all? No?
Not
Okay.
while I'm in here.
So, what are you guys doing now? Where do you go?
What?
To the Forages of Wrath, wherever that is.
Does anybody have Speak
Mhm.
with Dead?
Yes.
Oh, I can speak with the dead right now.
That does remind me, for no reason in particular, I will point out, I have specified that the lower jaw of Zyron's skull is gone, rendering the skull unable to speak.
What if
What if we
I
find
give it
another jaw?
a prosthetic jaw?
It doesn't really work like that for Speak with Dead.
Why
Okay,
does
it doesn't
need
have a
jaw
tongue.
anyway?
It doesn't have a tongue either, so
Correct, but there is a long and storied history throughout Pathfinder's adventure paths of incomplete skulls being unable to speak.
did I just miss it in that room or was it gone?
It was gone. There was none.
Crumbled.
It was intentionally done, seemingly.
You cannot talk to her. You lay Thybidos to rest too early.
The harder
you're
I
out of
make
luck.
this for Ash, the more she's going to punish me by making it her mission in life to make this happen. And I recognize this, but
I'll just give it a different jaw from a different skull. Even from her descendants, if she has any. We'll make this work.
Ew, so you're collecting skulls like Faya now, huh?
Just the one.
anyway, where are you guys headed?
I already told you.
Yep, Yeah, she told you.
Yeah,
to
I'm
flip
gonna
this
need a
around.
little bit of something in the way of specifics now.
Like we
Did our
gotta
dream
go.
work?
Oh,
Did
we
our
can
dream
go ask the
wo-
hunter, the lone wolf.
Yeah, we'll go ask him.
There's the place. There was we came in the back way, and then they had come in the front way or something. But we never like followed the path that those other people came in. So
It was mentioned there was a bloodstone bunker.
that
Right. So we need to leave here, past the dragon things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna exit this place.
Yeah. Leave the Thybidos grave. Ode to Thybidos.
I will note, as you guys are leaving, you might notice that the various and numbered insults are no longer glowing.
Oh.
And now they're just demeaning carvings in rock. Still pretty horrible, but somehow less intentional.
Good.
And I'm just kind of
You
staring at
guys-
some of them, like nodding. Yeah, I'm just kind of muttering.
You guys depart. It takes you, we'll say, another 20 minutes to get back to the main hall. Are you stopping or are you continuing out?
Are you gonna cast that in the main hall, or are we moving on?
I'm moving on.
Okay.
It's gonna be worthwhile if I can only cast it, a couple times,
Wasn't it like
Okay.
once a day?
Once a day, unless you don't mind disintegrating the wand forever.
Well, no, it's not. It doesn't disintegrate. It
Risking
chance to
disintegrating it. Yeah.
And that's only for
okay.
emergencies. You never know when you might need to double spam with a portable.
Assuming, yes, you guys are like you've healed, but assuming some fatigue, you have fought. It's been a lot of back and forth, a fuck ton of stairs, and
Ooh.
all of you have some degree of injury that, while like not opening up or anything, you are all like you've got those injuries for the moment. I'm gonna assume it takes about an hour to go from the main hall back down the tunnel to eventually reach the outdoors.
You know, not that we're outside, I'm just gonna kind of watch though. We didn't see any sin spawns in there, did we?
Mm-mm. Just
Not
a
in
lot
there.
of Hydra stuff.
I mean, clip-offs, which are
Not a sin
just
spawn.
bad.
But that was surprisingly little amounts of sin spawn in those places we've been so far.
Maybe they're all using that portal,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or
but
they're
it
near
doesn't
the
work.
portal.
Hello?
Well, we're not here yet. I just moved it here for
Hello?
Yes, hello, Nifix.
Oh right, I can try my new group text.
Oh, jeez.
the. Oh my god. It's gonna be another probably 2-hour hike, if assuming you are making for Kelud's
Okay,
encampment.
If you're gonna try
Or-
your new item, I'll try mine.
Alternatively, it could be a 3-hour hike back to the Tylee's whim.
No, we're gonna go to the guy.
Well, now that we're aside, let's just the wand.
That's up to Nifix.
I'm sorry, what? Did he ask?
Okay, let me figure out what kind of wand it is.
No. I am using it for a very special occasion.
Well, you need to know what it does first.
No, I don't. I just need to point it at the bad guy.
You know what? Nifix, look at that. Look over there. And I'm gonna go
Nope.
try to swipe it from her.
You know I can still see you.
He's got blind sense.
Well, you know what? She's probably gonna still look over there.
I'm gonna put it in my robes. Now it has gnome titties on it.
Saya, Caillou, let's keep walking.
Okay.
Feel like another can. Don't care about gnome titties.
So I just want to take
And
this
Verlaine.
opportunity now for the third time this game session, for no reason in particular, just to note that without being a rogue with the Eldritch Trickster archetype, you cannot use Mage Hand to perform thievery or dexterity-based activities.
What a weird thing to bring up.
Anyway, you guys start making your way down the mountain. It's a rugged, nasty hike. It's humid today. There's a dense thicket of clouds. Like a storm might be brewing. One of these coastal, short but intense storms that sometimes hit the Varisian Lost Coast. Probably a few hours yet till it lands. But as you make your way, Fixney, you get a hero point. Eventually, swatting mosquitoes and ever conscious of your throbbing injuries, your aching muscles, your bruises, you finally reach the encampment of Kelud, the ex-Pathfinder. It's been a while since I've opened this journal entry.
Which one do we run into?
Give me a second. There it is.
The stoic
okay.
one.
I
When
hope
you
it's the nice one.
return, you can see that Kelud stands in front of his fire pit. He's got a spit that he's currently like putting a trio of little fish onto. There's like a crackling fire. He doesn't look at you, but he says, his attention fully on the fish. We saw you were on the way. Thought you might not be coming back with how long you were inside the mountain.
We saw some cool things.
We've seen many things and heard many things in the mountain. Very few that we would...
So you would know where a thing called the Forge is, right? General
Pause.
location?
Looks at you. The Forges of Wrath. You
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
those when you were here last.
Yeah.
I know of them.
That is our next destination.
He would have said, we know of them. Sorry. Or no, no, that's right. He doesn't say... No, he doesn't do plural, does he? He says I.
No, he doesn't. He always says I.
Yeah, that's right. That's why it's so weird. The other Kelud comes out of the trees. This one with like a bow, or no, it would be like with a spear, dripping wet. And he sort of stabs it into the ground without missing a beat, as though he were the one talking to you the entire time. He says, I thought your business was done in the mountain when you came out with that cultist murderer.
We have a portal to close that goes into one of our cities.
Unfortunately, this place had many things that needed doing.
There's always something to fix in Hollow Mountain, and there will always be Pathfinders and thrill seekers to come and do it.
Yeah, but not a lot of them said they
Why do you care so much?
Well,
Didn't
because
you
my
guess?
stuffs are over there, and there's a lot of stuffs in there that are looking to destroy it.
The other one, the first one says, I don't think there's anything wrong with being concerned about the well-being of a community. The second one, I think that a community can be a liability in places too rugged to nourish civilized life. I'm not here to talk you out of anything, first one says, or into anything. They both sort of are quiet for a moment, studying you.
Are you
First
arguing
one
with
says,
yourself?
There's no argument. I'm simply talking to you.
Okay.
I would just like to point out
And
that we may be like either, you know, thrill seekers, adrenaline junkies, we want to play hero. However you may view us, there's still things to do. And I mean, why shouldn't we care?
Yeah, and we were on the receiving end of that portal in Roderick's Cove, and it was causing havoc there, and we don't want it to cause havoc on those citizens. So, no talking us out of this.
as I said, it is not my goal to convince you of anything. I was curious. You do not behave like Pathfinders I have known.
Well, maybe you met some really shitty Pathfinders.
Mm-hmm.
If you seek the Forges of Wrath, it is one of the shallower levels of the mountain. I believe they can be reached through the Bloodstone Bunker. That is, the path that the murderer and his ilk took. The second one says, some of his ilk yet remain. The bunker is guarded. I did not think it wise to antagonize them. First one says, nor to inform them that their leader has been captured.
Oh.
Do you have any bolts I could purchase?
The one with the spear says, I use only arrows, easy to make from wood. No complex machinery,
Yeah,
nothing to repair.
Yes.
Why didn't you bring enough?
Fixney, shut up.
I thought you'd be the most prepared out of all of us. And you have a very big bag.
You have certainly proven yourselves competent and capable inside the mountain, and seeing as you express some caution, I am willing to share my supply of arrows, if that is your wish. The other one says,
Confident enough to bring enough crossbows.
we cannot, or I cannot help you with crossbows.
Bolts are of no use to me. Thanks anyway.
Arrows.
Yeah, arrows. Bolts are of use to me.
Can't Pixie make you some?
I wouldn't know.
It's going to take 3 days.
He works too slow for my taste.
Oof.
You are welcome to rest here for a time.
Oh, I would like that. Can I go sit by the fire?
One of them gestures at the fire while the other gestures to take a seat. The other one sort of frowns. I have no desire to partake in traditional campfire socialization, but rest as you will.
Are you sure? I have a really cool story about a suplex.
I've supplies to continue focusing upon, and the one with the spear just does a 180 and walks back into the trees toward the river.
Can we take a rest?
You're welcome to get comfy, yeah, if you want.
I was asking the team before I made an executive decision.
Oh, I'm fine. Whatever you
Yeah,
want
we
to
can
do.
rest.
We're in no real... Well, I guess we're kind of in a rush, but Also not. Like, they're not
Well-
gonna start being awful baddies until their leader comes back, right?
Well, I also need to like refocus and a few other things before we start a whole nother can of worms.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't take that long, right? It's like 10 minutes.
It's mostly the health.
Oh. Fair. Well, it was a 2-hour walk here?
From you were pretty high up the mountain, though.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
what
we
I meant
should've
is
just-
the treat wounds timer would have.
Oh yeah. That's reset.
How tall is Hollow Mountain? Like, it's not snow capped, right?
I don't think it has a snow cap.
Can it have a snow cap? We're still like pretty.
Oh, Hollow Mountain is among the highest peaks of Rivenrake Island. Oh,
yeah.
it boasts. I'm looking to see if there's any numbers here. I'm not seeing any numbers.
Yeah, it's not like a mountain that like the cars do.
It's the
just
biggest mountain
mountain.
on the island. Do with that information as you will. I think it's probably like a few thousand feet.
Yeah, okay, so it doesn't get like cold up there. And-
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, and we're still in like pretty temperate climate.
Humid, but temperate.
I didn't prepare any comfort spell.
So what do you guys? What's the plan here? What are you gonna do?
Heal Nifix.
Can I have a band-aid? Right, look at this bruise. Florian, and I like
A band-aid
down.
isn't gonna help that.
no ointment, no nothing.
I mean, I can
Wait here.
treat wounds, but
And Kelud is going to set the his fish rotisserie, if you will, on the 2 Y stakes over the fire. I don't know. There's probably a term for them. And then he's going to go back into his little hut. A couple minutes later, he returns, bearing what looks like some bandages and a few sort of older, repurposed bottles. They look like they might have even once been potion bottles that he's held onto and maybe uses for like ointments or natural concoctions and medicines. Nothing magical anymore, but he's bringing some
Mm-hmm.
nothing that will mechanically do you any favors, but
Yeah, but it'll feel
He's being
really
nice.
nice because I bet it's gonna have that like mint tree soothing effect. You know,
it's
like a
gonna
little
taste like
aloe.
shit. Anything that you drink, but yeah, anything that you like, the creams and such. You don't live for years on Rivenrake Island all by yourself and not be pretty good at figuring out how to use natural resources to treat injuries.
Heck yeah.
And while you guys are able to rest at this campfire, even though, it's actually still only like 1 in the afternoon, you're able to rest and breathe and sort of process everything. We are going to rest as a group and take a short break. Chat, I would encourage you to do likewise. Hydrate, stretch, get some snacks, apply those natural remedies to any injuries you might have, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. All right. So give me some details here. How do you want to go about this? Like, what's the plan? How long are we staying? What are we doing? You take over. At this point, you guys are the GMs here for this scene.
Oh,
I'm
Lorian, can I get a little more healing while I meditate?
I don't think we can do both at the same time, can we?
I
No.
meditate and
No.
you treat my wounds.
No. That would interrupt the meditation and you would not get the focus point.
I need token access to do this as well.
Like, I vote that since
Oh
we're
my
the
god,
GMs
it's so
now, you
bright.
can do it. I'm just kidding.
What the hell is going on with Saya there? That is awesome.
What? I
What
mean,
is that?
Yeah, Sai is always awesome, but I don't know what you're
No,
referring
no.
to.
On the are you not seeing this on your token?
Oh,
What do you have active?
I
Those
don't
are Eon stones.
Oh, Saya invested in
I
them,
invested
so
in the Aeon Stone, so I guess it's doing that now.
That's freaking awesome.
You
But
get another 8.
but aren't the rest of you invested too? Why don't you have
that's
that?
just the particular Eon Stone.
Oh, I have group text ability, so that's what you get to see.
Mhm.
Thank you. That's a little better.
That's so cool.
Now you can meditate.
Okay, I shall refocus. And then wait an hour for some more band-aids.
If you guys are spending all day here, you can probably just return to full hit points and like
We're not.
I don't think we're spending all day here.
no.
I think
No.
by the time you get me to full with our current rolls, I think we would have been rested here for 8 hours.
I mean, that was 20 minutes right there.
Oh, are we waiting until I heal you up to full?
I would like to at
Are
least
you?
be closer than half.
Oof.
Sure. I'll
I'm
do it
just gonna
again.
watch. How much did you get? I forgot a
So-
spot over there.
Oh, can I use my
Hour
group
two?
my group text ability to send the image of Nifix suplexing something?
Yeah, do it to him. Do it to him.
Who are
Do
you
it to
sending
him.
it to?
Well, I want to at least send it to Nifix so she can see her awesomeness, but I would send it to everybody.
Okay.
Including
It-
our
You
ally.
have to be one at a time,
Oh, it does.
which really
Oh.
just like yeah, I believe so. I
Alright,
think
let
it
me
is
look at
a
it.
I mean, you can still do it. It's at will, so why not? But
Mhm. Let's see.
Ah, I should have had the stone. God damn it.
Yeah, it just says limited form of telepathy to a range of 100 feet. It's a simple image each round. It doesn't say it's only to one person. It just says it's a range of 100 feet. So
So telepathy.
yeah.
I may have bad news.
Mhm.
I need to double check this.
What, do they have to speak my language, which everyone does?
It shouldn't be, but I think it's casting the telepathy spell, right?
It doesn't say that.
No, it is not a spell at all. It's just an effect.
Is it effect similar?
Nifix doesn't receive them.
What?
They are distinctly visual.
Darn it. I was gonna send her the stars.
And
I'm so
her
sad
ability explicitly states she is immune to all visual-based
now.
magic and
No.
abilities.
I'm so sad. We were gonna have a touching moment, Nifix.
But this
It's
is how
okay.
you discover that Nifix is unable to receive the images.
Well, shoot.
Can I
So
borrow
Nifix is
it?
kind of there like, did you do it yet? Is it like, you know?
Okay, yeah. If I give it to her, can she send out visual images?
Yes.
Okay, don't move it inventories because
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it right back anyway.
Yeah.
I am gonna go one by one and have you guys be forced to see how I see the world.
Oh.
Is this like
Ooh.
Daredevil of a world in flames, or is this like how?
I don't think that's supposed.
What is your
I don't
unique?
think it'll work either.
It'll be like a child's sketch of what she sees, basically.
I feel like it's dark and it's more like, you know, when you hear like you visualize how you see like what is it, like a sonar, how it goes like through the earth and stuff, and it just has like a repeating motion of like where people are, and it's somewhat
Almost like a three-dimensional mesh.
yeah, but it's very very dark and then fields of different gray as things move.
Oh.
So, in low res childlike quality, that's probably going to be very confusing. you guys are seeing it sort of like if you know what it is that she's showing you, you're like, oh yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I'm
Without
showing each
context, though, it would
person
be very unclear what
themselves.
the heck you're seeing.
Yeah, I would send each person like how I see Lorian, how I see Saya, how I see Caillou.
Mm-hmm.
And I leave it to your discretion whether you'd recognize what you're seeing, or you'd be like, this is just like, what is this? This is nothing.
I don't
'Cause,
know
like,
how you see. Holy cow.
the version that she's actually sending to you is basically a sonogram,
Mm-hmm.
but of you.
Whether I believe it or not, I would just say, I'm glad I still look fabulous to you.
Yeah. Here you go.
Thanks.
I also send it to our host.
Mm.
Or hosts with an S.
Are there only
No,
two
it's
of them?
singular. It's just one guy, sort of.
Debatable.
He frowns, which is the first facial expression you've actually seen him make since you met him. Not that Nifix sees it, but you know, you guys see. After a moment, he will say, "That is distracting."
Apologies. And I'll give it back.
You should be careful with the magic that you find in that place. There are many treasures, and all of them are dangerous.
You are such a killjoy.
I've lived here long enough to see where joy leads.
Okay.
Joy is not for Rivenrake Isle.
We are gonna need to get you off this place.
Okay. 1 hour later.
No.
No.
Kidding.
While Nifix is doing her rest, so after I healed her, and while she's doing her refocus, I mean, I'd like to do something.
Yeah.
What's Fixney doing right now?
Watching you tend to Nifix wounds.
No, she's
I'm
done.
supervising.
She's doing her refocus.
Oh, well, I'm probably making fun of Nifix in some way or form.
Trying to like waving hand in front of face while she's trying to meditate, like
Jesus.
putting your hand as close to her without.
God, he's such a brother.
hand. I mean, I get it. That's like the universal language of brothers.
It's not like she wouldn't do that while like the only reason she doesn't bother me while I'm preparing spells on my spell book, she's probably sleeping through it.
Yeah. Accurate.
See?
Okay, so that's what he's doing.
Hey, Fixney?
Hmm?
Come here a second.
A little busy.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Why?
You'll get another chance. Can we have a talk?
Sure.
Over here. She'll go kind of away from Nifix to give her peace.
Kazud says, without, but he doesn't actually move. He says, "I'll move to give you privacy," but
oh, I don't give a shit if he's
he
here.
takes one step.
You do hear some rustling in the trees nearby, though.
I'll give you privacy. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Fixney, do you have an issue with me?
Nope.
None at all?
Hmm.
Then why are you busting my balls? All the time.
Why are you busting my balls?
I don't bust your balls.
Seems very
I literally
judgmental,
pulled your limp, lifeless body out of a tornado.
Well, more like spitting glass, but seems very judgmental about the magic I cast.
Oh, this is what that's about.
That and you seem very, very suspiciously similar to a certain Runelord who visited our dreams.
I haven't made that a secret.
I'm just very curious to me.
I know
Also
I've
smell
told
weird.
Nifix. Excuse me. What do I smell like?
Like rotten pie.
This is Sorshin's body. That's just what it is.
There's a certain scent to it.
That's why I'm suspicious of any magics that have to do with the Runelords. Because her magic killed me and put me in this body.
Wait. You're undead?
No, I'm not undead. Does this feel undead to you?
Wait,
Just slap his face.
are you, wait, I mean, are you sure?
What do you mean? Yes.
Okay.
I
Look, you just...
buried my own body. Yes, I'm sure that I died.
Okay, not the weirdest thing I've heard. But, like I said, you smell weird.
Okay, well, we've been through some shit. Maybe I need a bath, but that's just stop busting my balls.
Fine. As long as you don't bust my balls.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. I guess
We're in
I'm right.
agreement. Okay. She'll walk away. 1 hour later.
Awkwardly, like backing out of your way, like, should I move or should I pretend I wasn't here? Like,
What the fuck? Get out of here. I'll treat wounds Nifix again in an hour.
okay.
There you go.
I
That's
will
a better
fast
roll.
forward an hour. Nifix, you get another 18 hit points. You are now barely injured.
Hell yeah, I'm 20 hit points down. We can go do stuff now.
Part of your body wasn't injured.
What part of it wasn't? Oh, well,
Your
I got
butthole.
poisoned pretty bad. No, I'm pretty sure one of those creepy claws when it poisoned me, I think it poked the starfish.
I thought your training was supposed to be so you didn't get hit.
Well, I thought your training was so I wouldn't get hit either. So here we are.
Fine.
Do we know what path we want to take?
Did he tell us the way to go?
Well, we can
Before
take.
you get into that,
What?
he studies each of you. And then fixes finally on Saya.
Oh.
A word.
Sure. I assume he wants to go away from the
He's
group.
gonna propose.
Doesn't move, but the second one steps out of the woods and sort of beckons you to come over
All right,
a little ways away from him.
Saya, will you marry me?
The one who spoke
Aw.
just
Everyone
stands
was
there
thinking it.
awkwardly and then sort of turns and looks at the rest of you. I'll just be a moment.
Uh-huh.
Is he still there? Like,
Mhm.
Don't do anything weird.
Yeah,
To ask,
yeah,
but
he's just sort of standing there and
what
continuing
kind
with his
of
chores.
effect does he have again on
Hmm?
him to make his?
Yeah, you were never clear on that. It was really strange,
yeah, we
and
failed
he
that
didn't
roll.
really, explain.
I don't think he likes
Um,
explaining.
the one who comes out of the trees and beckons Saya over.
Hmm.
Are you taking the civilian?
Oh,
into
if she wants
You
to
should
come with
know.
us,
She smells of death. She will attract something in the mountain.
is it okay if she stays here with you?
No.
Well, all right. Well, we're not leaving her by herself. So, thanks for the warning.
Thanks for nothing.
You should cut her loose.
Wow, we care about our friends here, sir.
She didn't come in with you.
No, but she has proven her
When
loyalty.
you first came here, you indicated she was your enemy.
Yeah, look.
Directions in pursuit of her.
This is
Things-
an
things
enemies to
change.
lovers story.
Yeah, things change. I regret my I hate Verlaine campaign at this point.
I'll have to get those flyers back we made.
Yeah. Don't mind that I was spreading rumors
He's
for
giving
days.
you an incredulous look.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, you got some damage control to do, girl.
Yeah, look.
To be fair, she had it coming at the time.
At the time, but she has proven her loyalty to us, and we need to take care of her. So, but thank you for the warning.
If that is the case, then you would do well not to take her back into that mountain. I will trouble you no further.
Okay, fair enough.
And then he's just going to walk away and just leave the conversation. He's piecing out of the conversation.
Bro, we need to work on your charisma skills.
You know, I thought Junko was really bad with conversation.
The difference between a charisma 8 and a charisma 4.
Yeah.
Saya, everything good?
No, he's worried about Verlaine, and
Verlaine
The-
is still sitting right there, by the way.
yeah, no, that's fine. Verlaine, are you okay? Like, really?
She
Jake?
sort of like
Nod?
She has
smiles
the.
a little bit and like
She does have the notebook I gave her still if she wants to elaborate.
Yeah, he's worried about you going into the mountains, and that, you're...
she like does one of those bless my heart gestures and sort of looks gratefully at him.
Mhm.
That is a good point. We are going to be taking the ship home,
Mhm.
but if you go back on there, she's going to put you in the brig.
Yeah,
For now, if we're not there.
yeah.
So I guess you have two options. We can take you to the ship, and you can go to the brig and wait for us, or you could go back with us into the mountain.
But he's worried about your safety going back into the mountains.
I
Can't
think
she just stay
it's-
here?
He won't let you stay here.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna suggest that. He's kind of a weirdo.
he's harmless. As long as you don't provoke
I
him.
am standing right here.
I mean every word I say.
Well, there's
Anyway, Verlaine, I think it's your decision.
she's started writing in the book, and when she passes it to you, what she has written is, "May I have time to think."
Sure.
Yeah.
That felt like a yeah.
Not a lot though.
Yeah, not that long.
I felt that.
You can have an hour. I think that's fine.
Yeah, you can have one more treat wounds time.
She gives you sort of a half-hearted, weak smile, and just sort of. sits
Actually,
there.
I'll heal her too. Might as well.
She's
not gonna-
barely in at this point. Like she's.
I don't care. Take it, lady.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you heal her 10 hit points. Yeah,
I
she
got an hour. And
tries to sort of shoo you away, but in the end, like obviously she can't. So, yeah, and she'll spend. So during this hour, is there anything else you guys want to do?
I'm gonna start
That's for
dancing.
Aha! Perfect. Thank you.
I'm going to study the skull and see about repairing its jaw.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just save us all some time. You can make that your pet project. That is not how the magic works. So
A mending
that's fine.
spell?
I'm just correct. That will not work.
What's the spell beyond mending? Would that work?
What you would need is something like a wish for this to work.
Wow.
What a waste. I'll do it.
Correct. Pathfinder giving
I'll
you a
do
broken skull basically means they're telling you in the adventure it ain't happening.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that.
That being said, you can sort of tinker with it a little bit, examine it during that time. Fixney, what are you doing during this hour?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Reading the portal book.
The portal book.
Yeah, remember the book that was like a journal? The one that Magnimar had?
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Spending an hour with that, I would say make me a Arcana check.
Like, we're gonna go to the portal, so we're gonna at least know how to, like, turn it off without having it explode. Arcana check. Public roll?
No, this would technically be recall knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, so going through the book, you do find some things. Obviously, it's very descriptive about the portal itself, which might not help you find it, but as for what to do about it, there's a few things you can learn from this. Let's see. There are a number of ways to shut it down, but looking at it, it also appears to link to different regions. It's something sort of akin to you point it somewhere and then step through and it will send you somewhere.
I think I remember you saying that the last time I checked the book about this.
Yeah. So it could just be pointed elsewhere. Of course, someone could always point that back to Roderick's Cove or anywhere theoretically. For now, it is definitely one way. You already established that. You could just smash the thing. Based on his notes, it could be smashed. However, based on the fact that it is still functioning and broken, the amount of magic backlash could be significant.
Yeah, I believe you also said that, which is why I was reading this again, because I was like, this would have like an off switch, but you said you would have to be there to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Reading
just
over
kind of
it,
like
though.
to reread it over again to like, did I miss something?
Yeah, you are finding that. I'm looking to see if there's anything else new that you could find. It's not much new here. It does appear to be water-based. For what that's worth.
That one is new.
Yeah. It's like a gate set in a pool of water.
That one is new to me.
And the water is used as a power source. for the magic, it seems like.
Is that all the other power sources and stuff like that and other artifacts were like pools or water?
He
Is that-
does mention the Forges of Wrath as well. And from what you can see, it looks like he was looking for something like this in Hollow Mountain. He was studying portals, looking for a functioning one, and this is the one he found.
Interesting.
Saya, what are you doing during this hour?
Dancing. And I was trying to make a new routine, and I was trying to incorporate Caillou into that routine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. She, I think she would be enthusiastic about a distraction from
Mhm.
all of the gloom and doom.
Yeah. And she wants to be my wing woman, so it's easier to do that if she's in
Damn
the
straight.
routine. So.
Yeah. And how about Nifix? What are you doing during this hour? Other than spending 10 of those minutes getting aggressively bandaged again by Lorien.
Well, I think Nifix is trying her best to be on her best behavior.
That doesn't sound right.
What
No,
spurts
it
that
doesn't.
on?
You could see her eyes like twitching by just being calm. But she doesn't
Okay.
want this guy to hate her, so she's being peaceful.
Yeah, for his part, he's very mild. He does at one point assist in changing some of Nifix's bandaging. And like gently corrects some of how you're using the natural remedies that he brought out.
I think you're muted, Ash.
Excuse me.
No. Not the stuff that you're using, like the stuff that specifically he brought you from his supplies.
I see.
Just advising on like actually try using this one for this wound.
You know
Or
what?
that,
Nope,
like,
Nifix
do
is gonna
this.
go for it.
Go for it. What?
Yep. Just
What
gonna
does
go
that
for
mean?
it.
What does that mean?
I'm figuring out how to word it in my head. Are you hopeful about anything?
What do you mean?
Well, you said Joy dies or something like that, but are you hopeful for anything? Like a tasty meal? Warm bed?
I
Do
hope
we
to
miss
live
anything?
another day.
Excuse me. Well, some of us kind of have to live in the moment. Because you don't know when your last moment will be, right?
Yes.
I don't want to live with regrets. Or, you know, as I'm dying on the floor again, think about that last meal I could have had, but, you know, I couldn't or I didn't because I could have it later. You understand?
I do. I stay here so that I do not live with regrets or die with them.
What made you stay here?
Make a diplomacy check. This is nudging him in a direction he has been resistant to talking about. I want to know if you get him talking.
Diplomacy. Make an impression, gather information.
Make an impression, I think, is what this would be. Nope, that ain't it. Did I make a journal for him? Is that what I did?
Oh, I guess it wasn't blind. Because it didn't auto
Correct.
go
It
blind.
is not blind. No, that's correct.
I feel like I have something, but I don't know if I can aid while I'm dancing.
I would say for this, you're probably not in a position where you can, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You would just
Oh.
distract her.
Oh, I can make an impression with performance. Never mind.
So chat only saw, or our community only saw the die roll. What was the total?
It's a 21.
I stay here so that I'm not left behind.
I get it.
Is that what you is that what happened?
No, not precisely. I was part of a Pathfinder group that came here at the behest of the society in Magnimar. Back when the Hyde March Lodge was new, we were a scouting party looking into Hollow Mountain. Some of the first official Pathfinders to do so. There had been others, of course, who took the initiative, but nothing organized by the society. We entered, found many things, wrote a few chronicles, and then everyone died. Almost everyone. There were 10 of us.
Survivor?
No. There were 10, and then there were 3. And there was a magical mishap, an accident that confused matters. And it was my prerogative that I did not want to lose myself, while my comrades felt that it was in their best interest to communicate with Lady Hydemarch. They did. I remain. Now I protect those who come here.
Nifix, as he's telling this story, you can tell, you could probably feel it. Lorian's heartbeat starts beating faster and faster as he's telling it. And she's like working a little bit more stiffly.
I may not know all the details, but I know that things happen in life beyond our control. And if anything at the monastery has taught me is that you have to learn to be at peace and find joy where you can. So, as I cannot make you come back or anything of that nature, I think I could strongly encourage you to season your food every once in a while to have that little bit of joy through the taste buds. I think you'll be safe enough to have at least that. You deserve it.
He's actually like frowning very slightly, looks a little confused. What's wrong with my taste?
You don't season your food very much, or at all. And I think you deserve to have more flavors. Here, I have this.
The smoke that comes from the wood that I burn when we smoke the fish season.
It's absolutely delicious to have smoked meat, but if you add a little Cajun seasoning to it, it would make that baby pop. Or if you can make butthole. How do you make butter?
Oh, I thought you said butthole, and I was like,
no.
Butter is
butthole.
Milk.
I don't think it's bad flavor.
It is a laborious task. There are no cows on
I could send you a cow.
I do.
I think a goat would be easier to manage.
To care for a cow. You do not need to improve my lot. I am quite satisfied.
Well, regardless, I know you're here by choice, and I couldn't convince you to come back. Not that I think you need to. But I still think you should be hopeful.
I am not without hope.
What about joy?
I have had my joy, and now I seek fulfillment. I've a purpose. And I do not oppose this purpose. I do wish that these fish were not quite so avoidant on this day. They likely, there are no fish anywhere near him except the ones cooking. I do wish that they were more lethargic, as they usually are in these waters. They likely sense. He glances up.
Would you like me to go catch a fish for you? It's really easy for me.
I've got it covered.
Are you sure? You had salmon? I could
There's
catch
sort of
you
a
salmon.
pause and a little twitch, and then, indeed, I've still got it.
Awesome. I don't know how you do it, and I don't want to pressure you to tell me in this private matters, but maybe one day. And then I'm going to
He's
tap
gonna
Lorian's knee and like a little
nod
rub.
and move away, given just you and Lorian your space. Not intentionally, but it just so happens he's leaving you with Lorian.
He should be all healed up.
Awesome. And I'm going to lean back into Lorian as if, like, just for her to, you know, kind of embrace me. It's okay, Lorian. It's okay. And that's me acknowledging your anxiety.
Pat.
We're ready to go.
Oh, I was gonna say one more thing.
Okay.
Just quietly, your brother's an asshole.
Yeah. But I love him.
He's okay.
Was that quietly enough for me to not hear?
No, I said quietly.
That depends on how intensely you read, also.
Since this is Thessalonians, very intently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
what I
don't-
thought.
We
Honestly,
could be
you could have a
making fun of
jet
you.
turbine 3 feet away from you, and I don't know that you'd notice once you get into those books. Okay. The various means of relaxation or passage of time that each of you employs are broken up a little bit as Verlaine stands. And approaches Lorian and hands you her written out
Jeez, I didn't need your life story.
words. They read as follows. Now I gotta think.
No, you didn't write this out? You're not prepared?
Of course not. No, I was paying attention to you guys. They read. I am grateful that you've given me the opportunity to be of value in an endeavor far more heroic than anything I have attempted in the past, except my performance of Ashala in Curse of the Harpy. I should tell you about that sometime. It was a harrowing tale of poorly designed stagecraft and just a delightful script. But that is beside the point. And is Lorian, her assumption was Lorian would be like reading this to everyone.
I would, yeah. At least to Nifix. Everybody else can read over my shoulder. But yeah, I have to read to Nifix, so.
Oh
That's
no.
fair.
Yeah, I'll stop dancing to listen.
I have been very selfish recently, and possibly once or twice else in my life. And at some point, one's actions must catch up with them. I've every desire to continue your heroic adventure. What an amazing opera it will make. And I wish I could be the one to perform. But my actions have caught up to me. And instead of running into death's door, I think it's time to pay my penance. I will accept the judgment of yourselves. And Captain, she has misspelled Farfalla.
Farfalla.
Oh, whatever.
But I should very much like to perform for you one day. And I've no right to ask this of you, but if you can find it in your hearts to, if not forgive me, maybe one day let me know if you should discover how to break a curse. Maybe one day I will perform for you. Not against you. And she's sort of, as you're reading this, she's sort of dabbing with a little silk at her eyes.
Aww.
So you want to come with us?
I think that she wants to go back on the boat.
I'm sorry, I haven't eaten quite some time for me, so I kind of got lost in the sentiments. I'm excited to hear you perform. Also, just to say, Saya has some damage to control once we get back to civilization.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We will take care of you, Marilyn. As much as we can.
Sort of give you a wrist pat, Saya. And she'll sort of stand face to face with Lorien and looks sort of with like the bearing of someone on death row.
I shoot her. It's not up to me.
She frowns like a little confused, like
I mean, kind of awkwardly scratches her head.
Nudge, nudge. Out with it.
Well,
okay, I don't
Look.
get it. Are we taking her back to the ship, or is she going with us?
Yeah, but I assumed you wanted to go back on the boat, Verlaine. Is that what you want to do?
No, she wants to come with us.
I'm confused.
Verlaine nods, whether to Lorien or Saya, it is unclear.
No.
Anyway, I mean, you saved our lives with your healing. So, all is forgiven, at least from me.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't know. She cleaned me off from some nastiness. I might have to throw mud at her one day. As, a little trickster, hee. But we're good.
She'll gesture for the notebook again. And really quick, she writes, I cannot perform my magic. I've been trying for the past hour.
Oh. Okay. Back to the ship with you, then.
All right, toss her in the brig.
Toss her in the brig. Useless. Just kidding. But since we're going to the ship anyway, I'll get some bolts.
Yep. All right, to the boat.
Okay.
We'll try to make sure that nothing bad happens to you.
Can I see your notebook for a second as we're walking?
I think Lorien still has it.
Oh, I would have
unless
given it back to her.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. She'll pass it over.
She needs it for
It's
communication.
Lorian's book anyway, technically.
I'm gonna draw what I think is me and her holding hands with a little heart. Not in like a oh, I love this person, high school, hee hee, I want to marry this guy, but as in like just happy little family.
Well,
Yeah.
Lorian cocks her head as she's watching.
I'm gonna. You know what? Why don't you go ahead and just roll a vanilla d20, and we'll let that decide how high the quality is on a scale of 1 to 20. Because honestly, I don't think there is any skill involved here. This is gonna come down to, yep, yeah,
It's
okay.
a 5.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm really
she
good
kind
at
of
this.
she looks at Lorian like, help. Like, she's clearly not understanding what she's looking.
See, this one's me, and this one's you, and this is us being best friends.
She's got it.
And what's that thing in the middle?
What do you mean? That's her dress.
Oh, okay. Right, I see.
Yeah. She'll crouch down and give Nifix a little hug. And a little hug from Verlaine is like she manhandles you a little bit, but
I flex so she knows how strong I am.
and as you guys are packing up your things, Kalud approaches one more time. I assume you will not be returning on this venture?
What? No, we're coming right back. We're just
isn't
dropping
this
her
back
off.
on the way?
I was
We're gonna
under
go on the
the
page then.
impression you would be making for the Bloodstone bunker.
Oh,
Right afterwards, yes.
We're actually, I think we should go to the trials.
We're gonna go to wait. How am I
what trials?
That way we can avoid the cultists.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
I
you
remember.
remember? He
Yeah,
came
yeah.
in the back way through the trials.
Yeah, we
so
can
we're
do
gonna
that.
load the other way to the trials then.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, OOC, I owe an apology. I missed a detail. Second of all, to Fixney, who was just reading about this, okay, actually, hold tight. Kalud says there's no access from the forges of what the forges do not connect to any other region.
Oh. So we have to go through the cultists? Is that what you're saying?
Well, shoot.
Cultists.
All right.
Is that what you're saying, GM?
GM is saying, first of all, GM misread something. Second of all, with that being the case, the only possible way Maga Jul could have reached the gauntlet would probably by using some kind of a pointed portal, which, of course, is a one-way portal.
So you lied to me.
I missed that detail, and I'm trying to save you guys from wasting a
You're
ton of time. I apologize.
You're a liar.
Normally, I would let you spend that time, but yeah.
Okay,
The
yes,
forges
we're going,
don't actually connect there.
Okay.
We're going to the cultists. You're correct. Yes.
Let's go pick some cultist booty. All right.
I am
I
gonna
would-
leave.
Be careful. They are well armed,
I'm
and
gonna
they
leave.
have sufficient food.
How many arms are we talking?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, are we talking humanoid normal set of arms, or more than a pair of arms?
Tentacles.
Because-
When last I investigated, there were 4.
4 arms or 4
Wait,
people?
like-
4
there's
arms? Wait,
4
what?
people, or each of them have 4 arms?
No, of that group, all were humans save the leader who had the extra limb.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
like the guy we killed
Yeah,
or
The
took
captured.
he's
prisoner.
not killed. He's in the brig.
There were only 4, and we saw 2 bodies and that guy, so maybe there's only one more person, right?
As of this morning, there were 4.
As of this morning, there were
Another
4.
set.
Oh, okay.
Which means there were 8 that came or on this
They
island.
made a long-term camp, I believe.
Okay.
I'll not deny it would be more convenient were they not still here.
We'll take care of him.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. Don't worry.
He nods in appreciation. Well, travel safe. And he gives the barest of a quick glance at Nifix when he says that.
When he says that, I am leaving half of the lemon I cut, and I am one of the those empty old potion bottles. I'm putting some of the honey
this
in
man
there.
to make tasty food. He thinks it is tasty.
Yeah, well,
There's no saving a ranger from flavor.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
guess what? I'm still doing it anyway. Here, if you squeeze this on the fish, it will really pop. And if you marinate it in with some honey, oh, honey glazed salmon, fish, so good. And at that note, Nifix is gonna take a spoonful of the honey and just eat it as is, as she walks away.
Okay. And you guys set off weirdly. Very
Weirdly's
true
not
to
weird.
yourselves. Very strangely out into the forest. It's what did I say? Another hour hike? No, going this from here. I think it's actually. I have lost my descriptions of how long it takes to go anywhere.
We're going through the boat first.
Oh, I was gonna say right before we leave, my last comment to him would be like, you can watch me dance. It's okay. And give him a wink and leave. I just assumed he was like pretending not to watch or not watching, as like an embarrassment thing. So that's what Ty believes.
You never know. You never know. It is about an hour to get back to the ship. And then from there you kind of have to. Oh no, you guys took a boat, didn't you? So yeah, you can load up on your little boat and row back to. Wait, did they drop you off, or did you take a boat?
We had a little
We have a
rowboat.
boat. And there's
You do?
also the
Okay.
other rowboat that the cultists left here, remember? So
Yeah, but that's
even-
still got.
We took
Actually,
both
no,
of
that's
them
right. You
back
buried
last
the
time.
bodies. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just
So, yeah,
leaving
you
the
can,
bodies on the boat to like smolder in the sun.
You by the time you reach the boat, there's a very light drizzle starting to come down, and you can hear distant rumbles of thunder.
We probably should be very quick then.
The waves are starting to get a little intense too. You guys, actually, does anyone have sailing lore?
Yes.
You may use that now.
Don't mind if I do.
Because these waves are starting to get a little intense.
Public or not public?
Oh, yeah. It doesn't have the secret roll. Or the secret trait. Mm-hmm. Okay.
25.
Yeah, so all of those hours Nifix spent obsessively harassing sailors, and Eddie in particular, are suddenly paying off. Both because she's got those muscular little arms and can handle the oars in these larger waves, and also she's able to navigate bigger waves in the same way you would navigate with a ship to reach the Tylese whim. And like you can see there are sailors who are watching you coming, and like there's a few of them up there but like biting nails nervously, like it's very clear they are surprised you guys opted to row out there. By the time you're climbing back up onto the deck of the ship, like Eddie is already at the edge. He'll take the first one by the wrist with a firm clasp and like haul you up over the railing onto the deck. You crazy bastards! You see the weather?
No.
Felt
She
it.
sure does it.
Ah. We're already in the process of batting down the hatches. Batting? No, it'd be battening, right? Battening down the hatches.
Are you batting?
Correct.
That's a weird one. The hell are you doing out here? Is this it? And like Captain
No.
Farfalla is walking down. A question I would like to know as well. Have you
No.
completed your business on Riven Ray?
Nope.
No.
Not quite.
I see you've brought an
Captain.
unwelcome guest with you once again.
I have to talk
Well,
to you about her.
Yeah, about that.
Is that right? I believe
She-
yesterday I made my position quite clear, did I not?
Was that
She
only
told me
yesterday? It
yesterday?
feels like so long ago.
Can it be the day after? No.
No, it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did we come back? No. And we've been underground for a while.
Yeah.
We are understanding if you need to put her in the brig for now. You okay?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, I would just like to announce that she got really hurt trying to protect us, and she did really good.
Mm-hmm.
The poor dear. Eddie, see that the brig is
Hold on,
ready.
Captain. She has lost all ability to speak. So if you are needing any response from her, it will be from the book she holds. Just so you're aware.
Saoirse sort of pauses, and Eddie. How the hell did that happen?
Yeah,
Couldn't get her to shut up on the way here. No offense. And Verlaine sort of.
While fighting in battle with us, she took a nasty injury.
Kind of looks up to the captain, who's her face is sort of stone.
A
Is that so?
flaming tornado.
Well, it would seem she took that risk knowingly when she entered Hollow Mountain,
Yes.
She did.
or has the reputation of the ruin changed since last we made port.
She did, and she did it bravely.
Mm-hmm. And she was helping us the whole time. She even tried to help us while she was very hurt.
One of you make a diplomacy check. Anyone else who wants to, who has been participating in conversation, may aid. Who's your main? Who's going to make the check?
My diplomacy is plus 11.
I have 14.
Probably should be
Jesus.
I'd only make it worse.
Okay.
I can assist.
Skill, action, dialogue.
Is that what you said? I should assist?
Is this request or make an impression?
Anyone may assist. Say again.
Request or make an impression?
This is a request. But
Here, hold
anyone
on,
who's
let me
aiding
assist.
would roll first.
Let me
aid
assist.
first. Ooh,
Yeah. Did it roll?
Okay, that is a
Oh, it did,
success.
okay. Cool.
yay.
So that will grant +1 to Saya.
Alright, roll good, please. That's not as good as I wanted. Hold on. I'm gonna use my hero point.
You have hero point?
Yeah, I have one hero
Everyone
point.
has at least one.
Yeah.
What? Come
Why'd you roll the same thing?
Okay, well, it is a 23, not a 22,
Yeah,
for what
but
that's worth.
still. Sadness.
I certainly do not believe these actions were entirely altruistic. However, I can't deny there is something courageous to your story. She walks up to Verlaine and is now looking Verlaine face to face. She's actually a little shorter than Verlaine. I'd ask if you've anything to say for yourself, but
Be good with the book.
First of all, it sounds like you can't speak, and second of all, if you could, I wouldn't trust a word that came from your mouth. I've known you for some years, Verlaine. That didn't stop you from betraying my trust and endangering my crew, not to mention my passengers. Verlaine just sort of nods meekly. Mm-hmm. She considers the rest of you. Eddie, come! Prepare some quarters for Verlaine, and see that there is a guard at her door. Verlaine, I'm releasing you to your cabin, but you are not to leave without an escort. And we will see about the manner of your departure when we return to Magnimar. I would spend every moment of your free time considering the multitude of ways in which you can make right that which you have done to my crew, my passengers, and society in general. I suspect you'll have plenty of time for that. No? I'm trusting... She turns to the rest of you. I'm trusting you. I'd better not regret it.
Thank you so much, Captain. You won't regret it.
Unless something happens out of Verlaine's control completely, I don't think she's gonna give you any trouble.
And you can hear Eddie like running down the steps into the brig below, and you can hear sort of like a slot, like the sound of leather sliding on wood, a bump, a crash, a lot of cursing in Orcish.
As you do.
And a few minutes later, Verlaine is escorted below.
We have one more task to take care of, dealing with some cultists. The ones related to...
you already had.
There were more left.
Oh.
We want to make sure...
Yes?
There is a portal to Roderick's Cove. We want to make sure it's safe. So we're going to destroy the portal.
There's wisdom to that. Well, she kind of surveys the skies. I would have preferred that we can wait another day, wait out this little storm before we set sail, so this works out. And like her words are sort of cut by a deafening crack of thunder that splits through the sky. Definitely a storm of some substance coming.
I
would advise
to
that
make
you
sure she didn't do that with her wand.
I didn't do
maybe
anything.
wait till the morning. Perhaps stay in your quarters here. It's not going to be safe in the dinghy.
Oh, I'll trust you on that.
Mm-hmm.
You got any bolts?
Of course, yes. What
some
ammunition you
bolts.
require, you may help yourself, of course. We did pack accordingly for that.
You got like 500?
I actually had meant to talk to you about that before you set out, but in the excitement of everything, it sort of slipped my mind. Normally, I suppose that would be my quartermaster's job, but yeah, help yourselves.
How many bolts can I get?
However many do you want.
500.
Effectively, well, you still have to be able to carry them.
I have a bag.
So. That's not how that works.
I don't think you have enough bulk for
I
it.
believe a standard quiver can hold 12. A jumbo quiver can hold double that.
Are there quivers?
For bolts, yes.
That
Yeah.
here, like with her... Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, you can
So,
also
let's
like
see.
have extra ammunition like in a pouch or in your bag or what have you, but like typically
Yeah. Can I get like how many are in a jumbo? You said.
I want to say 24. Though I'm actually, you know what? Let me double check that because I think I'm thinking of AD&D again.
Okay.
So arrows are okay. So it'd be 20. Instead of 12, it's 10 and 10. So a standard quiver can hold 20. A double would hold 40.
I'll get 40.
Mhm.
I'll get 2 doubles then.
So 80.
And I'll put a bunch in my bag of my spacious pouch.
So each of those quivers is 1 bulk.
No. Oh yeah, but it's that's fine.
So you'd be adding 2 bulk to yourself.
To my bag.
No.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
you don't need a
fill
quiver to store them. You need a quiver to wear to have quick access
I'm going
to them.
to
Or a bandolier or something.
I'm gonna put the bolts in my quiver that I use.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I'm getting 80 bolts.
Okay, that's
For
fine. Well, you said 2
storage.
quivers, so I was
I
like,
meant
what?
2 quivers worth, so 80 bolts.
Okay, well that's okay. 80 bolts. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That is totally fine. That is
That's all
so
I'm
fucking
saying.
many.
I've got to be prepared. Fixney said so.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared.
Fair enough. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
Wait out a storm and ask Lorian for more mint stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because while I've mostly gotten over my seasickness, I don't think I can handle the storm.
I'll give her some more mint. You know, you can make a mint tea with some of Nifix's honey.
Ooh. Nifix, can I borrow some honey?
Okay. Takes a teaspoon first.
Do you want some mint tea too?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I gotta row.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking for something very specific here.
Where are you rowing? We're waiting for the storm.
I just assumed she was helping.
Oh, okay. Helping somehow.
As you guys are restocking and like getting cozy back in your cabins again so you can rest out the storm and prepping. Our camera pulls out a little bit. Just a second here.
Oh, before we go, can I give you some some checks to learn put spells into my spell book?
We can do that off stream. That's fine. Just note that you're doing that. We pull up through the dense clouds amid the rumbling of thunder and the flashes of lightning. And when the camera returns, it's somewhere far, far away. To an emerald ruin, a place of stone and eldritch light, a place out of time.
It's as you said, my lady. Runelord Thybidos is no more. Our sages have confirmed it.
Strange.
Strange, my lady.
Strange, I said. I do not sense any trespassers. No aspirant to his power.
Nonetheless, Thybidos is no more.
It doesn't matter. Our work here in Zin Sarusian is all that matters.
My lady?
This figure turns. Her tangled, fiery red hair wrapped around her shoulders. keep digging, she says. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
What the fuck?
Also, you guys level up to 9.
Wait,
8.
9?
Just kidding. 8, not 9. 8.
Okay.
No,
Level
we
up
get
to
to
8.
9. You said it. You said it.
Well,
Don't take
No,
backsies. No retconning.
I kept the receipts. It's okay. I got a receipt, and I am prepared to be a Karen about this. So, yeah. Technically, that would be the end of book 2. We've got a little bit of tidying up. So
Yeah.
we'll do one more game of this, maybe another. I don't know how long it's going to take you guys to find that portal. I am absolutely
All day.
gutted that it is a one-way portal and you can't just go back through it and turn it off. That would be wonderful, but it would seem we've got more game to play. Ash, correct me if I'm wrong, we will not be live this coming Friday, correct?
Yeah, we will.
We can do.
We will.
I think you're out the Sunday.
28th?
Though.
It's the Sunday. Friday. We can
Sunday. Okay. Cool. Great. So, yeah, we'll be back next Friday. To hopefully finish in Hollow Mountain before anything too devastating might occur. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to find us offline, you can find us on our Discord server linked in chat. You can watch past episodes or other games or future episodes or any episodes really on our YouTube channel. What else? There's one more. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah. We will be live again this coming Sunday with a different game, some different PCs playing Desert of Desolation, where we are drawing close to something of a finale. So
And they're actually in the desert.
And well, no.
We're kind
Not
of like
anymore.
an oasis right now.
They went into
Which
it.
are found
they're like,
in deserts.
but well, they're in a demiplane. But
Yeah.
they're not really. It got messy. But hey, you know what the hell are we talking about? Come find out on Sunday.
Yes, please do. We're lonely.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.